There is this market in Nigeria called Katangoa. This is where you go to buy affordable items that you may want to resell. There is another market which is a little bit upscale from the Katangoa. It's called Yaba. And the same idea, you can go to Yaba to buy items that are a little bit cheaper compared to Katangoa, and you can buy them and resell them. And if you want to do more premium items, then you would go to a market in Badagry, where you would buy even more cheaper items that you can mark up and sell to other people. The three markets that I've mentioned have the same concept. They are at different levels, but they all have one thing in common. They all sell used items, items like clothes, shoes, and some home appliances. But that is not where I am going. When I was studying in Australia, juggling work, paying tuition and rent, and still have to go to class to attend classes, I had to find a way to survive and maybe make money while I'm studying. So I did what I could to make extra income, which means I had to buy items and resell them for profit. And back in Australia, the version of Katangoa was the Salvation Army store. And if you're not familiar with that name, it's simply a thrift store that you would go and buy used item. And if you're lucky, you can get something really, really valuable that you can resell. And moving to the US, I found another one, and it's called Goodwill. One of those days while shopping at Goodwill, I was on the phone with one of my cousins, and he asked me, "Where are you?" And I responded, I said, "I'm at Goodwill." His reaction was instant. He was so shocked. He said, "Goodwill? What are you doing there?" He went on and on, a little embarrassed on my behalf, but I stayed quiet because I knew why I was there, and more importantly, I knew where I was going. Fast forward a few years later, I had already forgotten about the conversation that we had. So we met at a birthday party, and this time I had started my business. He asked, "How is that business going?" Then I told him it's going great. Then he asked again, "How much is one of your machines?" And I told him the price, and again, the same level of reaction. "Wow, that's a lot of money," he said. "How are you paying for that?" And in that moment, I remember the Goodwill conversation that we had. I almost told him, maybe you should start going to Goodwill more. But he's older than me, so I just smiled. The moral of the story is that everyone is on their own race. If where you are right now only allow you to shop at Goodwill, do it with joy. That is your season. When you stay focused on your lane and refuse to be distracted by other people's glitters, you will grow. You will get to a point where the things that once felt like very expensive will become so affordable that it will almost cost you nothing to buy them. So stay true to yourself. Don't let social media make you rush your process. Someone just bought a house, good for them. Someone just bought a new car, clap for them. If you're driving your old car, drive it with pride. If you're renting a small apartment, live there with gratitude, because this phase is not going to be forever. You just have to keep showing up. You have to be diligent. And most importantly, you have to keep believing and keep praying to God, because when the time is right for you, God will send a help. So don't be ashamed of your Goodwill season. That is where God trained you to handle the blessing awaiting ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, God bless you and stay blessed.